Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I'm a little bit confused. Not by my gender, not by my sexuality, but by the stock market. What is going on? July has had 2 weeks of just non-stop pumps, followed by a little bit of a lull in the last week and a half. And now we've got TRP pumping. And this is happening in July. Am I secretly a time traveler? Am I just trading in April for next year? Is that what's going on? Because this is really, really strange. There should not be this kind of spec liquidity in July. You know, in the last 10 years or so, June and July have been historically absolutely shocking for speckies. But now we have TRP launching today. And of course, there was a couple of other really, really big movers in the first 2 weeks of July. June is still dog shit, don't get me wrong. But July so far has been quite interesting. We'll take a look at what TRP is, what moved it today, and what made it such a really obvious trade. This is what the intraday chart looks like. It opened at 20, I think it was 24 or 25 today, and it opened up at around 12:17 p.m. today, and launched, so middle of the day news, and launched all the way to a high of 45, and I'm holding a parcel, a core position, overnight here as we close into 43 cents today. We're going to take a look at the daily and we're going to go over all the key elements that made this an absolutely monstrous, brain dead, smooth brain trade. First things first is liquidity. Let's take a look at when was the last time this stock had any volumes. So if we get rid of today, we zoom in and we look at the volumes that have been on this stock, and we can see that this has about, 172,000 shares at 27 cents. 172,000 at, let's say, 25. So 43 grand traded in a single day. And that seems to be sort of your average day in 2023. And you can see the liquidity just completely tapered off. A bit of a volume spike here on nothing. I just checked, there's no news, no nothing. So this stock has been in a lull, a sideways grind. Anyone that's been trading or bought in from here that got sick of the stock likely exited at these peaks here. So we really don't have any obvious sign of supply. So that's the first thing to note about the stock is historical supply and blue sky territory above this sort of area, above 35 cents. Now, even at 35 cents, there is sweet fuck all in terms of liquidity or in terms of shares that have been traded at this level. When you look at it in terms of dollar values, not much there. But you can see if we just draw a pivot here, everyone and their dog was talking about this 35 cent level. And a lot of traders ended up taking it from this break here at around 29 when volumes kicked in, or this 30, there was a wall at 30. So traders bought in and sold out for a quick 10, 15, 20%. So a nice little trade, comes back to VWAP, stock standard stuff. And grind, volume pop. And you can see as it pops on volume, it again grinds sideways. A little bit of a nothing burger here on low volumes, just some people panic exiting as one share order came in with 70 grand of shares with a bit of spread. So that got bought up real quick and just launched into close. Now, we don't typically see speckies launch into close. We typically see stocks just in the middle of the day, pump, dump, and die, and it kind of looks something like that. It looks terrible. So this was really strong. This, for me, I bought at 25 cents. I added on as the stock was going up and up. I saw the potential for this to be an absolute monster of a trader, and I'll talk you through the thought process behind it. So that was just the intraday stuff, and the daily chart plays a big role in this, right? There's a pivot point, everyone can see it, but most importantly is when it got to that pivot point, we'd traded about 2 million in volume, and today it was trading at 4 million total. So even at 2 million, which is half of this candle here, it eclipsed everything before it. So in terms of this 35 level, yeah, everyone could see it from a technical perspective, but there was no supply there. It was just intraday traders just looking for a level and hitting out at that level, right? Look at Twitter, look at Discord, look at anything, anywhere that people are discussing it. They're all like 35 cent target. It's like, yeah, we can all see it. But the reality is that's not really a target, right? It might be for intraday traders, but just generally speaking, that's not going to be a top out point because there's no supply there. There's no actual shares that are looking to get out. Because why is it considered supply? Because people have bought there. There are trapped holders, and then people want to get out. But that doesn't really exist. Yes, there are trapped holders, but look at the volumes. They're in and out, in and out, in and out, and it's just steady. And it's nothing spectacular. There's no big volumes. You know, if there was this candle here with a big sell candle like that, whatever, something like that, $1 million, $1.5 million, yeah, there'd be some validity in selling out at 35. And perhaps just that'll be the top out for the day, most likely. But there was just not enough volume, just historically not enough volume to hold this down. And so people FOMO'd in towards the end of the day. So let's take a look at the announcement. There is just a couple of things. It's, you know, I don't read these things in too much detail because I don't need to. First things first is TJ approval granted for some product. What is that product? I don't know. I mean, it could be TJ approval for a fucking cupcake for all I know. So they got some TJ approval, fantastic. So that means they can sell some stuff. It's whatever. It's part of making a company is getting the approvals, right? And one thing I wanted to spell is people shitting on TJ approvals. The amount of people I've seen just say, it's just a TJ approval. Fucking what? Just a TJ approval? That's a big deal for a company that's 15, 16 mil market cap, right? TJ approval for a company that's like 60, 70, 80 mil market cap, it's like, yeah, maybe it's priced in already. But for a micro cap that small, in sort of the teens in micro cap, in terms of market cap, that's huge. That's a big deal. So that's just one element, right? TJ approval with low market cap. Shares on issue, I think, were about 33 mil. So that contributes again to the pump nature of the stock. The lower the shares on issue, the bigger the pump's going to be, most likely. That's just generally a rule of thumb. It's not... Yeah, I digress. So we also have this part here saying Q3 revenue showing 130% growth. You know, that just adds to it, right? It's just a nice little bit of padding to the announcement. So now we piece that all together and we already have a very sexy announcement, right? TJ approval, low market cap, low SOI, no supply historically. What's left? There's only one thing left. The financial documents. Where's the money? How much money have they got? You'd think a dog stock like this, well, not saying this particularly is a dog stock, but generally speaking, stocks in this market cap range are just complete dogs. They've got no money. They might have 800 grand, maybe there's something less than $1 million. And they usually release an announcement to cap raise, right? But what the fuck is this? 18 million in cash. 18 million in cash. So let's scroll down a little bit. If they've done any cap raising, let's see how much they spend. Okay, 1.4 mil per quarter. And they have, you know, a bit of R&D, not much in advertising. Staff and admin costs are fairly low for a micro cap. Like, these are reasonable numbers. You scroll down further and you look, oh shit, cash and cash equivalents, 19 mil, which ends up being 18 mil by the end of it. But 18 mil, and their market cap was sitting at 16 mil. So for every dollar you buy, you're effectively getting $1.50. I can't do the maths in my head, but you're getting additional bonus value equity effectively, right? This is trading below its cash backing, and that's if you just disregard the fact that this had a company announcement. This is just sitting below cash backing, which is insane, especially when you have 18 mil. I don't know many microcap stocks below 50 mil that have 18 mil in cash. That's wild. So that's very cool to see. That just automatically, to me, makes this more of an A+. This is like A++, right? Just everything I just mentioned. Primo. And you add the fact that it's trading below cash backing. Oh, fuck me dead, that's good. Oh, I haven't seen one of these trades in a very long time. So for me, it was just pile the fuck in this thing. Now, what's going to happen? Not a financial advisor. I don't give out financial advice, but some commentary, some opinions, right? Some opinions from someone who's holding, right? I disclose it. I'm a holder. My initial thoughts were, when we got to this point in time at around 28 cents or so, I thought 35 cents, 100% getting hit. Without question, that's getting hit today. Liquidity, you can tell, is a bit low. People were a bit slow in picking up the news. It was lunchtime, 12:17 p.m. Even I just bought the stock and just went for lunch. To me, this was just a buy and walk away kind of stock. It's beautiful. For me, A++. Like I said, everything about it was perfect. So it rallies, hits 35, of course, comes back, holds VWAP pretty comfortably, and yeah, so that was obvious. I was calling at around this point in time before the initial volume spike that 50 cents was probably achievable today. My expectation was 50 cents today and $1 tomorrow, on the condition that it closes at its high. Meaning that it doesn't, if we pretend the end of the day was actually here, meaning that it doesn't do this and then come off and, VWAP's here and it sort of closes. Yeah, it just, as long as it closes near the higher day, right? There's no mathematical formulation like, oh, it's got to close within 15% of the highs or anything like that. It's just an intuitive feel-based thing. So it closed very much at the highs here at 43, 2 cents off the highs. Fucking beautiful, mate. So the expectation, and look, the reason I say 50 cents today and $1 tomorrow is it just seemed achievable based on how it was trading in terms of volume. And also that sort of 50 cent and $1 target isn't me going, I'm definitely going to sell here, because it depends on the price action, right? All I'm doing is visualizing the trade. I'm mentally preparing for this to go to 50 cents and then tomorrow to go to $1. Does it go to $1? I don't know. I don't care. It'd be nice if it does. But I'm preparing myself mentally to execute this trade so that it can get to $1. So that when if it does get to $1, that I'm actually prepared to take it to that level. Of course, all things considered with, volumes and, there's no high volume seller tomorrow that, rallies to 60 cents and then completely tanks at 10 cents in one hit. There's all these conditions behind the actual trade itself, but the $1 target for me is purely a visualized trade of what could happen, not what will happen, right? I don't work in the realms of fortune telling properly, so so that's that. And as you can tell, my God, I got bags under my eyes. I got to start wearing my glasses more, these blue light glasses. And let me tell you, with these things on, I could definitely be the queen of the Mardi Gras. Just, what a fashion statement. Look at this. Look at these. Just fucking, it's that fucking, what's that Marvel? Is it Marvel? The Cyclops character? Just fucking zapping all the fucking nerds on the microcap space. Just, oh no, TJ approval? What's that? It's garbage. Zzz, shut the fuck up, nerd. Just, zzz, what do you mean? TJ approval. Fuck off. Get the fuck out of here.